Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Ryukyu in EU4. So, I've been reading the comments in episode 4, and we learned a few things about, like, coring range. Apparently, you can see your coring range in the colonial map mode. For whatever reason, coring range is just, it's directly tied to your colonial range. It doesn't say anywhere in there, like, coring range is part of this, but, you can also see, anyway, I'm not going to complain about it anymore, but unfortunately, with level 2 diplomacy tech, we start off with a colonial range of 60, and so we can't even colonize Taiwan. It's 81 distance away. We can't even colonize or core Satsuma at 75.8. Even with a diplomat, or the advisor that gives you plus 20% colonial range, you still couldn't do it because it'd be at 75. But at level 3 diplomacy tech, we do pick up an extra 100, which would put half of Japan, a tiny bit of Korea, the edge of Ming, and Dai Viet and Champa in range. You'd have to have a colonial range guy to get these two. So they're probably the best opportunity for expansion if you were to attack out this way. Now, I did do one thing that may be kind of questionable to some people, and that is that I started the game over and over again until I got a good general. Because I feel like if you're going to play as Ryukyu, you need some luck. And even if you're playing on Iron Man mode, you can restart the game over and over again and it's still Iron Man mode. So I'm not playing on Iron Man mode because it's just I don't like the autosave feature, and I'm not trying to actually get any achievements in this game, so why do it? But yeah, so we have a 142, which maybe that'll make a difference for us. Just maybe. Last time we tried going with 4 transports and 4 troops, and we were able to vassalize Arakan and Ceylon, but they're too far away and too weak to make any difference. They barely made us any money at all because they're very poor, and I think more likely we're going to try to go for a vassalization of somebody over here. So let's set these guys all as special interest, and I'm interested in Bengal and Vijayanagar as well, and actually Orissa. There's quite a few people that I'm interested in. We're going to immediately start improving relations with Ming and Dai Viet in case we get an opportunity for war. We want to have military access there. And one thing we're going to do, though, is we are going to play for maybe a little bit more long-term. We're going to build 2 barks with our initial funds. Because something I didn't realize is that our core trade node, our primary trade node, is Hangzhou. And it's actually just pretty much Ming and us. That's about it. As far as provincial trade power, no one else is in this trade node. And Ming has inward perfection, which lowers their trade power by 50%. So we actually have 12% control of this node already just by having our merchant there. So a couple ships would actually give us a lot of trade power here, and we might be able to make some money. Now, I do think that the primary placement of the merchant is pretty crap down here, though. Like, this merchant is... Where are we on this list? We've got 2 trade power down here. And so we are... What are we actually doing? We're using our trade power to transport 0.16 ducats forward, and then we collect 12% of that. So roughly 10% of 0.16, so like 0.02 ducats. I think a better approach would be to send our merchant to collect from trade in the highest income node, which is going to be Beijing. Go to Beijing, collect from trade, the guy who's in Canton. And I think that's going to make us more than 0.1 ducats. So let's see what happens when he gets there. We'll go up to speed like 4. And we're pretty much just waiting for a pop-up. Waiting for somebody to go to war. Give us an opportunity. Yeah, it's going to make us an extra 0.14, 0.13 ducats a month. Which is not a lot, but it's some. We will lower maintenance, because I don't think we're going to have any risk of rebellion, and our income is so high that we kind of need every penny. So we get these ships out, and just continue to wait until an opportunity presents itself down here. Or maybe in Japan, but the problem is that if you attack one of the vassals of Japan, then they all defend them. It's definitely, it's like a mini HRE. It's different than the HRE. Normally, if you attack a vassal of the Empire, you attack, like, I don't know, Tuscany or something, for example, then the Emperor will step in and protect them. But in this case, you attack Shimazu and every single guy, every daimyo will step in and come kick your butt. So let's protect trade in this node. And that takes us now up to 13%. Is that right? Yep, so we have 5 trade power now, 1 light ship. That takes us up quite a bit. Right now 71% is coming from... It's too bad we can't get that mission to increase your mercantilism. Vijayanagar has declared war on Bahmanis. Okay, that doesn't really interest us. I just wanted to make sure that the tooltips were popping up. Bengal I am interested in. Shan I'm interested in. I'm interested in Ayutthaya, whatever it's called. I can't pronounce half these countries. I'm interested in Pegu. I'm really interested in quite a few of them. And we have a 143 air, which is, it's okay. You know, 143, that's only 8 points, so it's slightly subpar. But it could be worse. You know, for example, are we supposed to be in Beijing? No. Hangzhou. Like, for example, we could have a 111. I'm actually tempted to, even though our guy, I want to use him for combat, I'm going to put him in charge of the army, just to increase his chance of death. Because the sooner our guy dies, the sooner we get a Regency Council, which will probably be better than this guy. And, you know, in 15 years, we'll have somebody who's significantly better. We're going to play on speed 5, and, let's see, we're at 5 out of 4 force limit. It only costs us a tiny amount to be over. I think that we should get rid of the galley. Galley's really inexpensive. Well, if we go to war over here, I'm going to ferry my troops over into Ming and then walk them down. So we only really need 1 transport. So let's get rid of 1 of them. And let's also disband the galley. Because there's just no way that we can do anything with the galley. Like, we're not going to win a naval war. Bengal has declared war on Koch. Okay. You can't really step in and do anything with that. We are also interested in Japan. What are we doing on money? Making 1 point something ducats. Let's grab our new ship. And it's the Hangzhou. I do think that this is probably the best bet. Although, we'd have a little tiny bit of trade power in Nippon. Temporary insanity of Monarch. Shitatsu has been acting very strange the last couple months. It would seem like he is suffering from a temporary crisis of insanity. Oh. Great, so either way we lose 25 prestige. Awesome! That really sucks. At least we're trending towards 0, so we're going to gain it back, but... there's not much we can do beyond getting another ship. Going over the force limit will probably still make us more money than what we're making right now. Although, we shall see. We'll improve relations with Korea. We'll also improve relations with... we'll improve relations with everyone. Even if we end up attacking them. I mean, we can always just insult them if we need to. If we have too good of a relationship or something. Alright, so how are we doing on trade? It still says 12%. That's the old number. Really? Is it still 12%? That can't be right. I feel like we had more. We had that same amount earlier. Yeah, other people must be building their own ships. Or they've moved their merchants in here. Oh, and Ming lost the eunuch faction. Oh, okay. That explains it. I have never played as Ming. I don't know what any of that stuff means. We shall see. At least we're making money. And we're basically just, again, waiting for an opportunity here. It's going to take 949 power to actually pass forward. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the very first video, this may be easier after the next patch when the Chinese tech group won't have that -1 monthly power point generation. So we get to either lose stability or lose legitimacy. Reputation isn't everything. Who cares about legitimacy when, you know, whatever. Our prestige is bringing it down, but it doesn't give us anything that really matters. We don't have any revolt risk. Our base is at -3.47, and then we also have 4.4 tolerance, so there's no revolt risk. Legitimacy means nothing to us right now. Game is lagging a tiny bit, trying to click through here at speed 5. Being over the force limit costs us 0.9 ducats. Orissa has declared war on Bahmanis. Okay, so Vijayanagar attacked them, and now Orissa stepped in and said, "Me too. I care more about these guys. Do you not have claims?" There we go. Lanzang's got a claim on Champa. Shan... Nope. These guys are just going to continue to integrate. They'll probably integrate Khmer. Okay, our monarch is dead. There goes our 1-4. Regency Council's a 4-4-1 though, so we just gained an extra 6 monarch points a month. So even though we lost stability there, do we need to boost it back up? It increases revolt risk. I really don't think it matters in any way. We'll just stay at -1. Okay, we'll improve relations with you. Everyone likes Ryukyu. We're very friendly people. We do nothing but improve relations. And declare no CB wars. When the opportunity presents itself. This whole area is far too peaceful. If I was Lanzang, I would have declared war on everyone. We can actually afford the obscurantism. That's totally fine. Lanzang has declared war on Champa. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so Lanzang does not have a navy. They're allied with Shan and Pegu, though. Shan won't have a navy. Pegu will. The risk is that if I declare on Champa... See, they're going to come in and they're probably just going for that. They just want that one province. I don't think they'll try to vassalize them. We have a Regency Council, so it doesn't even matter. I can't declare war. I was just thinking, man, maybe we should go for it, but we can't. Bengal's declared war. So for 10 years, we just have to sit here. I'll do my best to not pause the game. That's really disappointing. The Regency Council does stink. But at least we get more points. Which will allow us to pick up that increased colonial range and also a little bit of trade efficiency. It's doing that trade efficiency thing where for some reason it's floored at 1% instead of at 0. Even when you're at 0 it says 1. Same thing with trade income. Well, your trade income's tied to your trade efficiency. How's that war going? Okay, they've occupied the capital. We'll take the... Well, we're going to need the morale. I think that that's like 5 years worth of income. No, it's not. We make 12 ducats. We make 12 ducats. 5 months of income. Take the prestige. Of course, in the next 10 years, it's probably going to come back to 0 anyway. We shall see. We have enough money that we could train up some more troops if we declare war. We also have enough money that we could even hire mercenaries if we had to, but we have manpower, so there's really no reason to use mercenaries. Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 arms. followers of Jodu Shinshu, mere peasant farmers, monks, and Kukujin, have appeared in your country. They pose an economic and political threat. Well, it looks like we're going to pick up a little bit more revolt risk, but our base is still -2, so I think we just lose the prestige and accept the revolt risk. We'll still be at 0% overall. And it's ticking down each month, so it's not a big deal. I would have really liked to have been able to swoop in, march my troops through Ming, get them through Dai Viet, and then vassalize whatever they leave of Champa. I have a feeling that they're going to take Amaravati. We'll see, though. I mean, maybe they'll take the whole thing. They might vassalize them. We'll see. Sitting on the sidelines. Lose stability. Or lose national tax modifier. Oh no! Okay, full occupation. Oh, they did full conquest. Wow. Orissa has announced Bengal as their rival, so that's an interesting little acquisition there for you, Lanzang. So Lanzang, you don't actually have a navy, because you weren't a naval power until just a second ago. You also have huge revolt risk. And I imagine that your army is not... I mean, it's large enough to have won the war, but not that strong. And I have a feeling that you'll definitely get a rebellion. What would it cost to support rebels? Let's bring these guys back. There aren't really any rebels that we can support that would benefit us. Oh, I need to have Admin Tech 3. See, I'm not used to having to wait for that. Well, again, it doesn't matter because we have a Regency Council. I don't know why I'm spending so much effort trying to think about it. I'm just compelled. Orissa's declared war on Bengal. They've done harsh treatment in just one of the provinces. They still have 17% revolt risk here. We won't be able to tell much of what's going on, but even without having the fog of war revealed, I'll be able to see a siege if it's happening, just by clicking on the province. Ayutthaya has annexed their Khmer guy. So yeah, okay, it looks like we're going to have rebels no matter what this time. Let's hold off on clicking the event until our morale can be brought back up. Let's raise morale. We have no general. We have to hire one and just hope he's good. Not very good. Kachar has declared war on Bengal. So Bengal is getting beat up by Orissa. So Kachar is going to try to take a piece. Okay, we are not quite to full morale. Alright, well, we got to let it happen. I could have trained up another man. Well, let's see. How long would it take? It would take 88 days. We'll try, and let's just see how long this event will stay on the screen. Eventually, it's going to fire no matter what. Yeah. Okay, and they have cavalry and we don't. That was what I was worried about. They've got a 0-0. We got kind of lucky there. Whew. Yikes. That was close. Alright, let's slow our maintenance to about there. Just gotta wait for that Regency Council to go away. 4-4-1 into a 1-4-3. Pretty balanced overall. Alright, well, I'm gonna take a break here. Nothing major's happened yet, but I don't know what else we could have really done, so... Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. See you again soon.